JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, man who stabbed security guard who asked him to wear a mask, now in custody. The man was being sought in connection with the stabbing of a security guard after he refused to wear a mask at a bank in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, is now in custody. The suspect was picked up Friday morning by the police in Santa Cruz. It was reported that on Monday, the man tried to enter the bank without a mask but was stopped by the guard. He reportedly left and returned with a knife which he used to stab the guard in the face before fleeing. Death of 6-year-old boy in Clarendon sparks investigation. Anika Davidson, mother of 6-year-old O'Shane Banton, now has more questions than answers surrounding the death of her son, whose body was discovered in sewage water at a pump house in Town, Clarendon. Davidson could not contain her tears as she recalled her last moments with her child. She stated that she was hurrying to go and look about business in Papine when O'Shane came in the bathroom to take a shower. After getting dressed, she noted that O'Shane hurriedly donned a marina and an underpants, asking if he could accompany her to Papine. "Me say you nah go, baby. Him say you can't carry me with you. And me say me soon come," Davidson related. At that point, O'Shane enlisted the aid of his grandmother, Donnery Roberts Davidson, to plead his case to go with her. "My mother said, no man, I'm Papine she go, she soon come," Davidson said, before breaking down once more. Davidson described her son as a fun-loving child that always made her smile. She added that he was a joy to her father, who always prayed for a grandson. A student at Watsonton Primary in Town, O'Shane harbored dreams of becoming a policeman or a soldier. He bragged about growing up to take care of his mother, his sister, and his grandparents. Davidson said O'Shane's biggest dream was to travel the world. Him always say, "For travel you need a passport and a ticket, and I don't have that." And me correct him by telling him that him already have a passport, so him would only need a ticket. She said, "I had plans to let us travel one day," she said, trailing off again as grief assailed her. Davidson said she returned from Papine Friday at about 4 in the afternoon and realized that O'Shane was missing. When no one could account for his whereabouts, a report was made to the police and a search launched. She said she was unprepared for Saturday's gruesome discovery of his body in the sewage water. "If them did kill me pitney and put him in a car trunk and leave him on me yard, remember me tell you at least me could have rub down him small face and him neck, and me could have say alright, me I imagine him a smile. But then kill me pitney and throw him in a shit water and dispose of him," she wailed. Although an investigation is still being carried out on the incident by the police, Davidson has ruled out any thought that her son drowned or of his death being accidental. "And no accident that. The pump house lock up over there with key," she said. "Me 6-year-old. Me no live bad with nobody. Me no trouble nobody. Me no owe nobody nothing for say them a try torture him for me. Every day me talk to him and say, OJ, you no do no badness. Then we take your life. Don't go in a gang," Davidson said in between tears. Submachine and homemade guns seized in St. Thomas. The Morant Bay police seized 2 firearms and arrested 1 man in an operation in Stewartfield, Seaforth in St. Thomas yesterday. According to police reports, a team of officers was following up on investigative leads when they searched a home in the community. During the search, an Intratec submachine gun, a homemade gun, and 1 12-gauge round of ammunition were seized, the police said. The incident occurred around 5:30 p.m. The police said the occupant of the house was arrested, but his identity is being withheld. Manchester shop operator killed, body found by 8-year-old. A 4-year-old boy is now being left traumatized after having witnessed the death of his father, a shop operator, in the Job Lane district of Christiana, Manchester last night. The Manchester police have identified the deceased as 34-year-old Kevin Ferguson, otherwise known as Firehead. According to reports, residents heard explosions ringing out at about 11:30 on Saturday night. Ferguson's body was then discovered this morning and the police subsequently alerted. A relative of the deceased, who requested not to be named for his safety, said that Ferguson who operated his shop for the past 10 years, had a room to the back of the building where he would stay occasionally when he didn't feel like going home. The relative said Ferguson and his 4-year-old son were in the room when the deceased was called out in the middle of the night and later met his demise. You can imagine that from 11:30 last night, this little boy got through this ordeal. Him watch him father bleed to death and nobody for rescue him. You see, they didn't know what was happening and he was very brave because as a big man I couldn't manage that scene. It wasn't until my little 8-year-old cousin got tired out her goat this morning that she see the body and called for help. The father of 3 said to have been very enterprising and was always looking for a way to better himself. Him do him look a hustling man. Him operate the shop, him buy and sell in the market, him do mason work on the side. Him on a bad man and him nickname Firehead no mean what people think it mean. He got that name from the man who grew him because of the color of his head was kind of red, the relative said. He added that this has come as a shock to the community, despite the stigma of criminality that has been placed on the area as a result of wrongdoers. Personally, I never liked the era they went today, because you always have some man a drink and a smoke them weed and grabber. You have bad mind people a drop them word, and you know man and man or woman and man get in an argument. But just never they like the ends there. But I don't know what could have happened if they want to kill him. No motive has yet been established for the killing. Investigations continue. Manhunt on for criminals on motorbike who shot cop and citizen in Halfway Tree. The police have launched a manhunt for criminals who shot and injured a policeman and a civilian after the lawman foiled a robbery in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew, on Saturday. Reports are that at about 3:25 p.m., the policeman was patrolling an area close to the Halfway Tree Transport Center when he observed criminals trying to rob a commuter. The cop approached the criminals, and in response, one of the robbers pulled a firearm and opened fire at the lawman. Reports are that a shootout ensued, during which the policeman was shot and injured. A civilian was also shot and injured during the exchange of gunfire. The injured policeman and the civilian were rushed to hospital by other law enforcers who came to the scene. The incident, with the sounds of gunfire in busy Halfway Tree on a Saturday afternoon, led to a mad rush in the area as members of the public scampered in various directions in search of cover from the shooting. Sources reported that the robbers escaped from the area on a motorcycle. KSAMC maps alternative route as NAA closes Gordontown Main Road. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, has mapped out an alternative route for West Rural St. Andrew and Gordontown residents who need to travel between Papine and Mavis Bank until a landslide on the Gordontown Main Road is cleared. The circuitous route runs through Craigton, Red Light District, Newcastle, Hardware Gap, Silver Gap, St. Peter's and Content Gap. Heavy rain from the outer bands of Hurricanes Zeta and Eta over the past 3 weeks triggered a landslide on the Gordontown Main Road. Kingston Mayor Delroy Williams told the KSAMC Council meeting on Tuesday that the landslide will not be an easy fix. The initial assessment suggests that it will take time and will need central government intervention, Williams said. He said the KSAMC had sent a team to rural St. Andrew to try to find alternative routes for residents of Gordontown, Mavis Bank, and other districts in St. Andrew, West Rural, to get to Papine. The mayor urged residents in the affected areas to allow the NAA to clear the blockage and not to try doing it themselves. Commenting on the flood devastation in 9 Miles, St. Thomas, the mayor said the corporation's CEO, Robert Hill, was consulting National Environment and Planning Agency to determine the source of large volumes of silt coming from the hills. The mayor, who said he was also concerned about the flooding problem citizens in New Haven, St. Andrew, had been experiencing, told the council that NAA was finalizing a design that would alleviate the long-standing problem. In the meantime, the NAA yesterday officially announced the closure of the Gordontown Main Road in the vicinity of Stand-Up Hill with immediate effect. According to the NAA, the roadway is not safe for use by any mode of transportation. NAA's Communication and Customer Service Manager, Stephen Shaw, said the breakaway poses a grave risk to motorized as well as pedestrian traffic and urges residents to avoid the area. Shaw said while the NAA recognized that the detour route is much longer than the ordinary route, it is the only safe, accessible, and practical way available at this time. He explained that while the NAA has identified an alternative roadway through Savage Pen, extensive work is required to make it traversable in sections. Shaw noted that the preparation of Savage Pen Road is contingent on the weather over the upcoming days, which is forecast to produce more rains. In light of this, the NAA is reminding the public to remain vigilant when using roadways located in hilly terrain like Gordontown and neighboring settlements, as well as to obey the prohibition order now in place in relation to Gordontown Road, said Shaw. COVID count increases by 104, 2 deaths in Jamaica. Jamaica has recorded 104 new cases of COVID-19 and 2 deaths from the virus in the last 24 hours. The new cases consist of 48 males and 56 females, with ages ranging from 2 to 87 years. The country's total confirmed COVID-19 cases now stand at 9,884, of which 4,474 are active. Of the new cases, 35 are from St. Catherine, 20 are from Kingston and St. Andrew, 12 are from St. James, 9 are from St. Mary, 8 each are from Hanover and St. Anne, 5 are from Manchester, 2 each are from St. Elizabeth, Trelawney and Westmoreland, and 1 is from Clarendon. The minister said one of the new cases is imported. 5 are contacts of confirmed cases, and the other 98 are under investigation. Meanwhile, the minister said the new deaths are of an 82-year-old female from St. Catherine and a 92-year-old male from Manchester, who was previously under investigation. This brings the country's death toll since the outbreak to 231. The ministry also reported that 20 patients have recovered from the virus, bringing the country's total recoveries to 5,248. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.